Welcome back to Battle Cage. This is my immediate post UFC Fight Night reaction. Dern kicking ass. Kicking ass. Kicking ass. I said it long ago. If you watched my prediction video, if you haven't, I'm going to put it in my description. I'm going to add, maybe add it somewhere here or maybe at the end of the video. You could go to my channel. You could check me out. But I said this was a very different fight. 5 years was a long time. And what I thought, remember, it was my perception. I didn't copy nobody. I didn't go like the sheep in the herd and follow people just because somebody said something that sounded right or was a fanboy. Although I was a fanboy. I really like Mackenzie Dern. But she went through adversity. And I said from their very first fight up until now, there were levels of growth. Just levels of growth. Ribas is the same. She'll always be. I'm sorry to say that. Mackenzie Dern worked on her striking. She worked on her ground game even more. She worked on her takedown. And she secured only one takedown, which I'm mad at her because I wanted 2 takedowns, but it is what it is. We'll get that later in the video. You'll understand why I'm mad, but it's okay. It's okay. I sat here and I said I'm going to take Mackenzie Dern money line because I'm going to sit here and talk shit. Because in 2025, will not follow the herd anymore. I refuse to do so. I want to be me. I want to be safe. I want to do my own homework, and I want to tell you what I think. Forget everybody else. There are millions, or okay, maybe not millions, but there's a ton of cappers out there, and all they do is cap. You understand? I cap too. I do this. But I put my money where my mouth is. And I refuse to follow anybody. I am now unplugged from the Matrix. I just want you to see me and understand what the hell I'm saying. Now, before we get there, before we do, let's go through the entire fight night because I think it was good. 2025 is on the right track. Knock on wood, and God forbid anything bullshit happens because bullshit always happens. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the first fight. I told you the original fight with Nurullo Alif versus Yanela Shmuz was a little bit of a dicey situation because there was more of a striking opponent from the other side. There was a level of resistance from Yanela Shmuz because I respected him. Joe Selecki was the same ground kind of game. So when this opened up, as you can see, by the time the fight rolled out, minus 850 betting odds. And he did exactly what he needed to. 8 minutes of control time. Got 2 out of 2 takedowns, outscored and outpointed in unanimous decision. Whoopsie daisy. Anything surprised? No, we knew this. This was good. And even though I don't bet the first fight, I said it. I just refused to do so. This was as close as an exemption as possible, but I caught it too late. Had I done it at the beginning when the opening odds were like minus 500, maybe I could have squeezed the lemon. But at this point, it was too late. Let's move forward. Fatima Klein came in and she handled business. She gets a TKO over Victoria Dudikova. She did exactly what she was supposed to. But look, Victoria Dudikova got 2 takedowns of her own. She shot for 6, though. Has some control time, but she has almost no striking. Neutralized by Fatima Klein. She did a good job. She was probably the highest betting favorite here at, second, right? Minus 850, close to Nurullo Alif. But as a female fighter, who lost her debut, and now second fight minus 850. I was scared. I was scared. But it is what it is. She gets the job done. Knockout. Kudos. Kudos. Very good. Congratulations. You did it. You did it. You did it. And if you were on the Fatima Klein inside the distance, you cashed that too. Now, one prop I did like for Fatima Klein was 2 takedowns, and she did it. Although the other parts of the parlay didn't hit, which leads me to the next fight. This guy is a bomb. Now, I know it's easy to sit here behind the screen, behind the microphone, behind the camera, and call somebody a bum. But he really is a freaking bum. Gassed out, couldn't get a single takedown, and it was Bruno Lopez who dictated the takedown. 9 minutes of control time. 5 out of 14 takedowns. The striking, yes, it was definitely advantageous to Magomed, but he didn't get the chance to showcase it because Bruno Lopez literally suffocated him the entire fight. He didn't allow him to do anything. Every time there was a little bit of sunlight for Magomed, it was neutralized by another takedown from Bruno Lopez. So, yeah, very sad because that was a parlay buster. It was that guy that literally busted a lot of parlays. I am sure. He busted 2 of my parlays. 2 of my parlays got killed because of this guy. But it is the game we play. We understand what's going on. Ernesta K, because I'm not even going to pronounce that last name, versus Nicole Cagliari. Split decision, there were times for Nicole. She had control time. She had 3 out of 14 takedowns. Pretty short and stocky, but very powerful, very powerful. I think she presented a good account of herself. And there was a sneaky play, I think the cover. So if you took the coverage on Nicole Calinari, I think it was plus 3.5, you won. That was a good play. And I believe there were cappers, putting that in the air. And congratulations. That was a good play. Split decision for Ernesta. I think it's the right decision. Like I said, I believe it's the right decision. You look at the striking on the stand up. Yeah, the combinations came from Ernesta and Blitz, 77 to 36 head strikes. So it is what it is, right? Let's move forward. This was probably the most 1,000% confident pick I had. I said it. Jacoby Smith. He's very exciting fighter. I mentioned in my make the bet video, Preston Parsons versus that Swedish guy. There was definitely some value on Preston Parsons because of the experience. But this newcomer, man, Jacoby Smith, he is powerful and he is lethal. And he is someone we got to watch out for. I mean, this is a real potential stock right here that could explode. I mean, he closed in at minus 725, and I was confident that he was going to win inside the distance. And I'll show you a ticket. That you'll feel sorry for me at the end. But I had this guy inside the distance. That's how confident I was. And I believe it was minus 135. I should have hammered it. You know what I'm saying? But it was the first card. I want to play reserve. I don't want to blow my budget. I want to be smart. And I caution a lot of people to do the same. Be very, very methodical. It is a marathon and not a sprint. Remember that, okay? So Jacoby Smith, he comes out and does exactly. He has this just unbelievable power. Just, those hands are just dynamite. And it was a precision. I mean, crisp precision. I think, was it a right hook or what it was? It was like a straight, and it just caught Preston Parsons and just took him out of there. So, yeah, this was one of my most confident picks and leg number 1 in my parlay that I wanted to kind of like brand. It was called, I said security parlay. I don't want to call it that. I don't want to call it because that's not me. That's like jacking somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to jack nobody. So I'm going to call it the flip parlay because that's my name. I want to flip money. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So moving forward, my parlay of the night, it's going to be the flip parlay because we want to flip money. We want to use money to make more money. We don't want to lose money. That's something we got to really understand. We got to hone it down and we got to believe it. We got to believe it with every single fiber of our body, okay? So that was leg number one, and I'll actually show you. Here's the 3-leg parlay that I called it the security parlay. No more. No more. It's going to be called the flip parlay. Battle cage flip parlay. That's right. We are flipping money here. So leg number one is off to a good start. I was very happy. Moving forward. Let's move forward. All right. This was an interesting lightweight bout. Thiago Moises taking on Trey Ogden. And yes, there was things in the air. Trey Ogden, the dog of the night. I totally get it. And he started good. There was a moment where Trey Ogden was minus 270. I saw it. And I should have hammered Thiago Moises. But I was already tied up with Thiago Moises in another parlay, so I didn't jump the gun. It is what it is. But I told you, when the number came to 155, it literally said, dude, you got to play it. And I did. I parlayed Thiago Moises up minus 155 because the value was too tremendous. It was a step down in competition for Thiago Moises. He's 30. He's peaking. What is Trey Ogden doing? He's done. He's 35-year-old, done. You understand what I'm saying? No disrespect, Trey. No disrespect, but facts are facts. Let's keep it that way. So you look at it, 7 minutes of control time. There was no takedown. It was mostly through reversals because it was Trey Ogden that tried to get Thiago Moises down, but it was mostly reversals from Thiago Moises on the ground, kept him there. The leg work, good on both sides. Obviously Trey Ogden wanted to impose that, and he was very successful. 28 out of 29 leg strikes connected against Thiago Moises, but Thiago Moises came with his own business, 17 out of 25. The body shots, favoring Trey Ogden. But look at the head work from guard. I will say that from the top position, 36-24. Yeah, no doubt. Unanimous decision. Thiago Moises, the value was there. I should have hammered it live because that's what I do. I'm a live player. I should have hammered it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna be very smart and intelligent. Let's not blow our budget. Let's move forward. Yeah, the second most confident pick of the night for me, and I said everybody. I said here and I said, Ihor Potieria is trash. Like trash. And I said, Marco Tulio is going to knock this guy out. He's going to take him out. He's a fraud. Ihor Potieria, he's just a fraud. He's not UFC material. I don't know what it is, but he just irks me. You know what I'm saying? He got this something. I know what. It was because he kind of showboated when he beat the OG. I believe it was Shogun Rua. Like, oh my God, look at me, UFC, be careful. And I hated him from that very moment. So fuck that guy. Marco Tulio, thank you very much for taking out the garbage. I would be surprised, absolutely surprised if Ihor Potieria gets another fight. Cut this ass. I mean, very first round at 3-4, connect, clean, precise, and it wasn't even that sharp. Gets this guy out of here. Get the trash out of here. And it was my second leg. Jacoby Smith, Marco Tulio in the flip parlay. We are steamrolling so far. We only have one leg to cash that ticket. And we did. As you can see, it was Cesar Almeida, but we would get there. The next fight, that was interesting. This was an interesting fight. In the beginning, you know what I'm saying? If you saw that clip, in the beginning, but in the very beginning of the fight, in the first round, it only lasted like one round. Jose Johnson, he used his physicality, his length, his size, and he was kind of bullying Felipe Bunes. I think that's how you say Bunes. Some people said Bunes. I think it's Bunes or Bunes. I don't know. Let's call him Bunes. Sounds Brazilian. Bunes. So, yeah, this guy, this Felipe Bunes, man, is a dog. And I love the call out against Elliott. He got a very, very clean and methodical armbar. So victory by submission. That was beautiful. I will say that he definitely deserves a bonus because he kind of got the entertainment. People got into, it kind of rose. It changed the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? In the arena, people kind of went like, "Oh yeah, celebration." That was a good finish, and it was. It was a clean finish. So Felipe Bunes, gets a very, very nice armbar submission. It was just high level. The way he reversed it and the way he just capitalized it, beautiful. Nothing else to say. Beautiful. The next one, this was I told you guys in my review, watch my review. I called it all. And by the way, I did say skip that Jose Johnson shit. Like, I didn't feel good on it. So I said, skipper. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you. If I don't feel something, skip that shit. Punahale Soriano going down to 170 was probably the best thing he ever did because that power that he, carried at middleweight, it came with it. It came with him to the 170 welterweight division. Wow. He was my dog pick. I said he has all the talent in the world to get it done. He has the power. He has the wrestling. He just has everything. The only thing I said, sometimes Punahale is just stupid and he just fights harder than they have to be. But going down to the welterweight division was the best thing that he's done. So far, he's 2-2. Continue doing your thing, young buck. I actually wanted to slam him, and by the time I even locked in, the fight was over. That's how quick. How quick it was. 31 seconds it took. 31 seconds. Congratulations, Punahale Soriano. That was a good performance. Very nasty knockout. And again, we have another one. We have the legend killer. At this point, I'm going to call Christian Rodriguez the legend killer. He just keeps, no, he's not a legend killer, right? He is the prospect killer. I'm sorry. I said it wrong. He is the legendary prospect killer. No matter who you are, if you're an undefeated prospect and they give you Christian Rodriguez, pull the fuck out. You're going to lose the fight. It's just not going to happen. Pull out. It's not for you. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Christian Rodriguez, I'm not going to say it was an easy fight. Austin Bashi, 23-year-old, you can't expect much. You just simply cannot expect too much. I think he did good for what it's worth. 5 minutes of control time, but he has no hands. Austin Bashi has no hands. In fact, he has no hands that I think I can fight him and I'll do good. As long as I can just smack him in the face. He'll definitely take me down. The takedown is there. He's very strong. I'll say that. But he's green. He's young. I believe there's room for growth. Let's see how he does in his second outing. That's going to determine a lot. But Christian Rodriguez is that mother effer. I told you. I would never bet against Christian Rodriguez. Although, I'll admit, I'm a man of my word. I fell into the hype. I said Austin Bashi was going to win. I fell into the hype. That's one time I fell into the hype. And you can say whatever you want. I was the sheep and I went with the herd. So I'm sorry. But never said it was a bet. Or anything serious, maybe a parlay piece, nothing serious. Small unit. I did say keep it small. But Christian Rodriguez, man, he is the legendary prospect killer. Gets the job done. Unanimous decision, and I absolutely agree. He pieced him up. The second round, I think went to Bashi, but the first and third, there's no argument. It definitely goes to Christian Rodriguez. He did his thing. He took him down. He definitely outworked him. Look at the striking differential, 44-23. There's no argument. He got the job done. Congratulations, Christian Rodriguez. You are the prospect killer. Let's move forward. The next fight was insane. It's probably the fight of the night for me. Chris Curtis went toe to toe with Roman Kopylov. There was a huge momentum swing where Chris Curtis started, uppercutting. The uppercut really opened Roman Kopylov in the second round. He went as high as like 350, 370, minus 370. Obviously, there was the groin hit by Romanov and the eye poke that kind of slowed the pace a little bit. But Romanov closed the show very well. Look at the numbers, right? 142 to 130, 107 head strikes to 91, 30 body shots to Chris Curtis versus Romanov. One takedown for Romanov. Roman Kopylov, and 49 seconds of control. I wonder, because the fight ended with just 1 second. I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. They're going a huge exchange. This is the most pivotal moment. This is the last 10 seconds. Romanov connects with I want to say 8 seconds or something. Chris Curtis falls to the ground. Romanov doesn't rush to finish the fight and allows, Herb Dean to stop the fight. And Chris Curtis, he does have a case. What would happen if this fight went to the judges? Maybe he would have won by points. That's insane. He protested immediately, so he was definitely knocked out. He was grounded. Yes, he had his knee down, I believe, but he was not out of there. He was not knocked out. So with 1 second, that's crazy. So a little bit of controversy. I'm interested to hear what you're gonna say, but it was a crazy fight. Chris Curtis, showed that veteran dog in him. He had Roman on skates at one point. He had him bloodied up. He was out-valuing him. The first and second. First round was very close. The second one is where Chris Curtis had a huge jump. Although Roman Kopylov finished the second round strong, the third one was really, really close. It was really close. Although you could argue some more damaging shots came from, Roman Kopylov, but it is what it is. This is life. This is MMA, where fights get stopped with 1 second remaining. And I feel Chris Curtis. He was tight. So let's move forward. The next one is the knockout of the night. There is no argument. And he is the final leg to my flip parlay. So as you can see, it was a minus 102 odds, 3-picker. I posted it. I told everybody. Jacoby Smith, Marco Tulio, Cesar Almeida. And I was so confident Cesar Almeida. I actually had him in a different parlay by knockout. That's how I envisioned it. And there was a moment where I got a little scared. Abdul Razak, knocked down Cesar Almeida. He went balls to the wall. He went crazy. But I needed that. I actually was embracing that moment because I knew in a firefight, one shot and he dead. And that's what happened. One shot, dead. That was clean. That was nasty. That was devastating. He almost literally killed Abdul Razak Al Hassan. That counter, I don't even know whether it was a left hook or what it was, but it was so clean. It was a counter shot for sure because they were in a barn burner. Abdul was on the attack, and all of a sudden, Cesar Almeida goes, boop, doo, bang. That was crazy. Oh my God, my phone just blew up. My brother was texting me, and other people were texting me because that KO was just vicious. And Cesar Almeida by finish. TKO, actually, by TKO was plus 130. I should have, again, hammered it. It is what it is, right? I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's stop saying that. But that was definitely on my radar. And he closes out, and we flip that money. So that quarter of the unit got flipped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like it. Whatever, that's a cheeseburger. That's a meal, whatever. I don't care. 25 is $25. You find $25 on the floor? No. Some of you lost $25. I'm not saying that I'm happy you lost $25. I'm just saying it is what it is. But I give you guys the play, and you can use your measure. You can play whatever you want. I'm not telling you to put $5,000 on my parlays. God, no, please, because then you're going to go after me. But I'm saying that this was a good parlay. It was a very, very well crafted parlay. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy of it, and I'm proud of this parlay because just the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna pick the fights with the least resistance where we think they're gonna happen, and they should happen because as long as we pick the fights with least resistance. But if there's resistance to the other side, man, it's a strong resistance. We don't want it. I don't care what if it minus 800. If there's resistance on the side, like look at that Ernesta girl, right? Nicole Caladari. That was great resistance on the other side. That's why I didn't play Ernesta because split decision. It could have gone either way. But yeah, knockout of the night, Cesar Almeida, king of the Apex for sure for tonight. Oh man, Ponzi. Ponzi was the pick all along. He was definitely losing the fight until he didn't. Carlston Harris, he was getting the best of Santiago. They only credit him one knockdown, but I believe there was a second knockdown, or maybe he tripped, but whatever it was. But from the very beginning, I did say Santiago Parzanimi was the pick. It was a late win for him. That TKO came in at the end. And again, some people say why they stopped it. Controversial stoppage. I think it was a good stoppage. Santiago was just hunting Carlston Harris, and he was just rocking him in the third round. And I don't know. It's just, I guess the referee said, enough brain damage. I've seen enough, and I'm gonna stop the fight. And I think it was a much better stoppage compared to Chris Curtis, because that was just blasphemy. I don't know about that stoppage, but who gives a damn? Because we wanted Roman Kopylov to win, but it is what it is. So Ponzi gets the job done. It was definitely a hard fought veteran battle. The striking, will tell you it's very, very close. But like I said, up until that last 2 minutes of the fight, Santiago was in trouble. But I caught him on a plus money, and I'll show you what I did with Ponzi. So I'm glad Ponzi won. Ponzi was the pick. Yeah, and that was the co-main event. So let's just wrap it up from the pick perspective. Very first fight, Nuro Leaf was the pick, although I don't bet the very first fight. It's just my rule. Although Nuro Leaf could be an exception if he's fighting bums. This was a skipper. I saw no value except the takedown prop on Fatima Klein, and I did mention it in my Make the Bet video. This fight, I got it wrong. A lot of people got it wrong. I'm not the only one who was high on Magomed Gadzhieslov. Fuck that guy. He's a bum. Whatever. He lost. We move on. That was a bad pick. Ernesta, that was a skipper for me. You know what I'm saying? I had no read on this. I saw resistance from Nicole Cagliari. I stalked her Instagram. I said, man, this shit got biceps. I don't know. I don't bet against chicks that have biceps. Yeah, this was, like I said, Jacoby Smith, obviously, in my flip parlay. He got the ball started for me. That was very good. I was always high on Thiago Moises, even at minus 198, although that line was kind of disgusting. Once he dropped to minus 155, he was definitely the play. And if you got him at plus money live, that was beautiful. I think he got up to like plus 180 live. So that would have been great if you caught him there. Marco Tulio, again, I told you he's going to take this guy out. He's going to knock him out. This was a skipper for me. I just didn't have the read on it. Felipe Bunes gets the job done. Punahali was the dog pick for me. I personally bet him in a parlay. I didn't take him straight. You know what I'm saying? Christian Rodriguez gets the job done. I have a live play, which I will reveal right after we discuss the main event. Chris Curtis, Roman Kopylov. Roman was in my parlay. That was the pick. A pretty solid pick for me. Cesar Almeida closed out my flip parlay, so you know what time it is. I was good on him. And Ponzi was the pick from the beginning, and I'm glad he got the win, although he looked very, very sketchy. And I did say that. I said Carlston Harris is a very tricky fighter, and he could come out and surprise us. But Ponzi was still the pick. And it was an even money line, and then it kind of went toward Ponzi. Ponzi closed in at minus 170 on certain books. And finally, the main event, I said it, and I said it in the beginning of the video, and I'm going to say it now. Now, if you took Amanda Ribas, you bet her, I'm sorry that you did. I do apologize. There was so much, just jacking. Everybody was just following the same herd, the same narrative. Amanda Ribas, Amanda Ribas, Amanda Ribas, Amanda Ribas. Just got tired of watching Amanda Ribas. I was very pleasantly surprised looking at Mackenzie Dern, she had a dog with her. I love dogs. It was a good aura. She looked beautiful on the skin. She's a beautiful woman. She had her kid with her. It was a whole beautiful moment. But let's forget all that. Let's just look at the analytical part of the fight. And I told you, it's about improvement from the last fight. Do I see improvement? And I said I did. I rewatched the Lupe Godinez fight with Mackenzie Dern. I saw, she's taking girls down now. Double leg, hook, grab, the real way. She was training with Henry Cejudo. Her fight with Angela Hill. You know what I'm saying? Angela Hill, say what you want. That she's a good striking. That's good striking. And Mackenzie Dern, 5 rounds. Excellent striking in that fight. So say what you want. Versus Amanda Ribas. Yes, Amanda Ribas got heart. I'm not going to take a full dump on her. She has heart, guys. She has heart. She's a very tough chick, a very bubbly personality. Yes, you can fall in love with her. But, this is if you're watching this channel, it's because you want to flip money. You know what I'm saying? So it was about who was better tonight. And I knew deep inside, I said it, Mackenzie Dern, I feel, is better because there was improvement. There was, that level of growth. There was just noticeable changes. And I said it, her body looks better. She's taking her, physique, because she was very flabby. Remember, it was like 4 months after she gave birth. 4 months after she gave birth, she fought Amanda Ribas. So it wasn't the same Mackenzie Dern. Now, both chicks, 31 years of age, 31 years of age. There was just noticeable changes, and a great stab at plus 180. A great stab at plus money during live fight, minus 130. I even hit her for minus 160 at the end. So that's what I took it. Let's look at the numbers. Third round, armbar submission. Only 4 seconds remaining of the. It's just the armbar was very, very tight. Amanda Ribas just couldn't hang because she would probably get her arm just snatched off. So look at the striking. She wins in the striking because she was vicious from the ground. Even when she was from guard, right, pulling guard, she was throwing elbows. She even cut Amanda Ribas from guard with her elbows. So vicious striking. So you know what I'm saying? She's number 6. She's very. I know she's not. I don't know if she's ever going to be champion. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, Mackenzie Dern is the next champion." No, I'm not. I'm not going to say this. I'm not. We got Tatiana Suarez versus Wang Li coming up for the strap. So I'm not going to say shit. But definitely in this fight, Mackenzie Dern was the better fighter. Just stats, everything show it the way the way she fought the fight. Amanda Ribas is just the same. Tough. Stupid shots. She's a stupid fighter. I'm sorry to say that. She's just, I don't know. I just, I am a hater, if you want to call me a hater. But that's that. Let me go ahead and let's talk about the bets. Not all of them hit. I will show you some of my losing tickets. So let's go over there. All right. So let's address the elephant in the room. I had 2 parlays. And obviously, we have Magomed in here. That was a $25 parlay. And Austin Bashi. Everything hit except those 2 assholes. So that parlay didn't hit. Let me go forward. There's one right here. That was just a magical parlay too. Again, freaking Magomed. Everything hit. All my props hit. Almeida to win by KO, as you can see. But Austin Bashi and Magomed, so I definitely fell into the trap. So I lost those quarter units. Let's move forward. Now, my final quarter unit parlay was a 7-picker, and this one hurts, guys. And you will see why. This was my most confident picks of the night, and you'll understand why. It started with Jacoby Smith winning by KO. That line was minus 135. I took it. I won. Thiago Moises, I said there was tremendous value, and you're giving me at minus 162. I'll take it. Moving down, we had Marco Tullia by knockout. I knew that by finish. I took him. Minus 225. The night was going. And at no point, by the way, at no point did these assholes give me a cash out, I would have cashed out. I never had the chance. It's like they knew. It's like the new universe knew I was not gonna win. But let's see what happened. Then look at this. Puna Hale. Yes, I played Puna plus 170 in a parlay because I had feeling on him. So there you go. Roman Kopylov. One of my confident picks. He got the job done. Controversial KO, whatever you want to call it. And now, look at this. Cesar Almeida by KO, like I called the finish, plus 130. It was going to be the most magical night. It was Mackenzie Dern to get 2 takedowns because I had a feeling she was going to take Amanda Ribas down. I wish it was 0.5, but these assholes called me. They said 1.5. Mackenzie Dern finished with 1 takedown. She had 3 attempts. She let me down in that, but it is what it is. It would have been such a crazy parlay. The odds on this was just stupidity. It was a quarter unit, $25 at plus 8654 to win 2100. That would have been such a fantastic night. I would have popped a bottle of champagne. It is what it is. I'm gonna die, but I still would have done it. But yeah, that parlay kind of sucked. Now, that's the bad news. Let's go to the good news. Let's see the winning tickets. All right, so now we're on the winning side. I called Mackenzie Dern 2 units. So I don't want to hear you guys talk shit about me because I think you doubting me. Oh, this guy playing $25. What a fraud. Nah, I used to play big money. I'm talking about units. Loaded Lux. Go to FanDuel right now if you're around FanDuel or whatever. I can bring people from FanDuel. I'm certified in that. I threw 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. I'm telling you right now, it's what I used to do, but I just don't want to take these massive hits anymore. I'm just way past that. You know what I'm saying? I like just a nice positive return. You know what I'm saying? I want to win $50,000 throughout the year and be happy because I do have a second job and a good job. And this is kind of like my side hustle. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to depend on hitting a big parlay or a big play just to buy food or pay rent. Because there used to be times like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to lie to you. There was a moment, this was actually I took this way more serious than my real job. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so took Mackenzie Dern, 2 units. That was a solid play. Nothing crazy. $136 return. I'll take it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? I took Ponzi. This was such a good hit, guys. $59. And you know where I got that $59 from? From the flip parlay. I put a quarter unit and the winning number was $59. I literally took that and flipped it. That's why I call it the flip part. That's when this happened. I was like, yo, it's got to be the flip parlay. Because look at the flip. I basically go from $25, right, to $59 to $207. So all that $75 hits that I took, gone, right? 0.75 units, gone. Whatever. We erased it. We're doing good right now. So Santiago Ponzinibbio plus 250 live play, guys. Look at this. Look at the timestamp. 9:04 p.m. That was a live play, and that was in the second round. I was in the second round. I didn't even know that wasn't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And he was dropping the ball because he was plus 250. So, yeah, Ponzi caught him really nice. Look at this. I took the legendary prospect killer at minus 130. Once I saw enough, once I saw that Bashi had no hands and that Christian Rodriguez was doing his thing, I took it for 1.75 units and I hit it. Doubled it almost. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Clean. I take it. So clean. Sometimes when I don't recommend you guys playing premeditated murder, do it live. You know what I'm saying? When you get live data. That was live data right there. And finally, icing on the cake, a quarter unit plus 180, return $70, which wipes up everything that I lost. I wish she hit the second. I wish she had the. What is it called? A second takedown. That would have been beautiful. I would have literally been recording here with champagne. And then, the flip parlay, man. We're off to a good start. 3-picker, Jacoby, Marco, Cesar at minus 102. I want to make sure that my flip parlays are are playable, and my goal is to do minus 150 or better for you guys. So minus 150 or better. So this has been my reaction, my betting recap. I'm full transparency. I'm logged in into my um DraftKings account. Everything is real. You know what I'm saying? Everything there's no nonsense. Check my initial video. I'll put it right now at the end. You can track me. My picks were there. You know, I have an orthodox breaking it down, but it is what it is. You know, it makes money, and that's all I want to do. And I want you to guys make money. Next week is a great card. I'm gonna start studying. I have one day tomorrow to really do the study, and then I'll release the video tomorrow night for the UFC 311 going down. Main event is tough. Mahachas versus Tarukin and the new champion Umar Nurmagomedov, because I think he's gonna bust the crybaby Dvalishvili's ass. He's really he lost a lot of stock with me. So yeah, next week I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you know what to do. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know, your confident picks that hit tonight. Let me know if you tailed. If you tailed, tell me all about it. Yeah, man. Hats off. We out. Let's get it.